this stream this morning with good energy. Hey, hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 y'all. Hey. That good energy, good energy. Jimmy, thank you for the fave. Angel Eyes, Big Harley, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Hey. Negativity around me, hey, high frequency, hey, hey, good energy, I don't need no negativity around me, hey, play one more song because we still got time. We're getting everybody time to get up into the stream. We're getting everybody time to get into the stream. So we're going to play one more song. And then I'm going to have all my guest panel to box up. If my guest panel's in the room, please make sure you drop a strawberry. Do you see everybody, King Aquarian Soul? Hey. I got to the winner's circle. We all winning here. We all winning here. Welcome to the winner's circle. When y'all come to the Strawberry Garden, everybody wins here. To the winner's circle. Nobody's left out. All positivity. Ready for everybody to win here. Okay, we are uplifting. We uplift. We inspire. We are here to do great. We are here to do better. Okay? So welcome to the Strawberry Garden. If it's y'all first time here, life happens with Strawberry Red. We are talking about our topic this morning, being accountable for your actions and holding others accountable for theirs. Good morning, good morning. Hey, hey. And you gotta realize, this stream may not be for everybody. So if you're negative and you're full of drama and you're just sad, this stream is not for you. This stream is for those that are looking to make a change, those that are looking to inspire, those that are looking to do better, okay, and grow and apply those changes, okay? This is what this stream is about, okay? And if you are on the same wavelength and you are on the same channel, make sure y'all drop those strawberries in chat, okay? Being accountable for your own actions and holding others, because we got to start doing that, okay? We got to start doing that. So I thought this was a great topic to talk about this week, okay? Make them changes. Make them changes. Morning, morning. Thank y'all for them gifts. I see y'all. I see it out. Hey. Hey. Hype, man. Hey. If all my guests are here, go ahead and request the box. Go ahead and request the box if you are on today's panel. We all winning here. Miss Smith, I see you. Wavy. Coco Melon. Welcome to the winner's circle. Welcome, 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 y'all, to Life Happens Here with Strawberry Red. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I only see 2 of our guests. We are missing 2 more people. King Aquarian Soul, you can find out where they are. Welcome, beautiful ladies. All right, y'all. Our topic today is being accountable for your own actions and holding others accountable for theirs. If it's your first time here in the stream, make sure you tap and hit me with the fave button. And make sure you fave everyone here on the panel. I see y'all there gifting the stream. Make sure y'all continue to support the stream throughout. And make sure y'all support the ladies and the men if they decide to come on the panel today. We appreciate everything that y'all are offering here today. There are a couple of rules that I would like to go over, as this is a feature show, okay? There is no gender bashing. There is no religion bashing. There is no bashing of any kind with anybody here on the panel. Remember, these are life experiences. This is their perspective, okay? So you can agree to disagree respectfully. I would love for everyone to engage on the topic, put your answers in the chat, and get active for this last hour. I do not accept guests on my show, but we do have an after show at 9 o'clock. If you are wanting to be a guest on the show, please reach out to me on my IG or reach out to my admin, King Aquarian Soul, or my number 1 and number 2, and they can help you become a guest here on the show. We're always looking for new people here on the show. Another thing, this is a positive stream, good vibes. If you say anything negative or anything out the way disrespectful to anyone here on the panel and myself, my red bouncers, they will do their job and they will politely exit you out the stream. So make sure that we don't have any kind here in the stream. All right. Shout out to that 74 milli. All right, let's see. Please do not request a box if you are not on. If the other two come in, please let me know. And we're just going to get started with the two ladies that we have here. Welcome, Big Harley, to the stream. It's your first time here as a guest on the panel. Thank you for coming.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. Grand Rising to the live. Hello, everybody.
I love the cameo. Love it. And welcome, Google, who is not a stranger to the panel or to the show. Welcome, Google.
Thank you.
All right, so our topic is being accountable for your own actions and holding others accountable. So I'm going to start with you, Big Harley. What is the definition of accountability to you? When you hear that word, what comes to your mind?
I feel accountability is an inclusive term. So it takes respect, communication, open-mindedness. It's a lot of things that goes into accountability for me. Number one, being willing to listen and accept criticism, because if we're going to discuss accountability, I'm essentially coming to you about something I felt you did wrong or you didn't keep your end of the bargain with. So it's a critique of a certain perspective. So you have to be willing to be able to accept critiques, at least bare minimum, and be able to discuss that. But that's kind of my definition of accountability. It's very inclusive to more than just one thing.
I love it. And what about you, Google? What is your definition of accountability when you hear that word?
Accountability for me is when you stop pointing fingers at others and you actually start pointing fingers at yourself for your actions and being responsible and growing up.
I like that. Growing up. Now, speaking of the word growing up, Google, I got a follow-up question. Do you think there is an age limit on when somebody should be able to accept accountability?
I mean, we teach our kids to take accountability from a young age. I don't think there's an age restriction for accountability. My son, I teach him, learn to be accountable for your actions. Don't be like, why did you do that? So and so, no. What did you do? So there's no age limit, I don't think.
No age limit. What about you, Harley? Same question. Do you think there's an age limit of accountability? Do you think it takes time for people to mature to accept accountability? Or do you agree with Google?
Yes. I'm not sure if there's an age limit, but I definitely do believe that it takes people time because some people just don't want to do it. And that's kind of what it boils down to. They like to pass the blame or they like to be in the victim role. So it's going to take that personality a lot longer to step into accountability because they're comfortable or content with where they are and who they are. So I won't say an age limit, but I definitely do think timing is essential for accountability. It's a learned skill.
Okay, a learned skill. I definitely I don't believe there is an age limit, but some people do. I do think it does take time to mature because we can teach our children, but we know sometimes our children still tell fibs, right? And they're still not going to tell us, right? And then we know we get into our teens at 18, and sometimes we move on, and sometimes we're still with our parents. And then we're in our young 20s, right? And when we're in our early 20s, we are still learning, about life and how to move on. And so sometimes we're still not able to take accountability sometimes at a young age because not everyone has matured. I think sometimes people mature more than others. So I think it does take an age limit, but what that age limit is, I couldn't really say because we all mature at a different level. And we had King Aquarius, so he's coming to the panel to fill in this morning for any missing guests. I appreciate you. So we're going to back it up to King Aquarius. So can you tell us what the definition is of accountability to you when you hear it?
Accountability for me is just being able to recognize and admit when you're wrong. Being able to have an understanding of a wrong that you may have placed on somebody else, and being able to just hear them on what they're saying and understand what they're saying, even if you don't agree.
I like that. But what about accountability when it comes to the individual self?
As far as the individual self, is being able to accept when you've been wrong. It's being able to have that conversation with yourself in the mirror and just being like, dang, I messed up. Like, dang, I really shouldn't have did this or done that. Or it could be that moment after you say something really stupid that you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Right? Just being able to openly say, I shouldn't have said that, instead of saying it to yourself. Verbalizing it and being able to be accountable for yourself and say, I'm sorry, I messed up.
I like that. And welcome to the stream. I may butcher, but I think I got it all right. Rasta Fairy.
Rasta Fairy, yes. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Welcome to the panel. And the same question to you. When you hear the word accountability, what is the definition and the meaning of accountability when it comes to you?
So, okay, I'm glad that Aquarian answered this because me and him are always like thinking the same way. But as far as me in relation to myself, it's the negative thoughts that you don't want to have, that you want to push down, that you really got to sit with and be like, okay, where is this trauma coming from? What kind of childhood things did I go through in order to get me to this place? So it's really saying yes to those dark thoughts and kind of journaling, writing it down and dissecting that.
All right, I like it. And I'm going to ask you the same question I asked them. Do you believe there is an age limit on accountability?
Like they were saying, as far as children, of course, like once you're like 7 and below, you don't really have sense. You got to put some regulation at 7 and up. Once you hit teen years, it's like, okay, I'm going to treat you like an adult a little bit in a sense. But, once you're 100% 18 adult, like there's no if ands. If you can go to jail, you can go to jail. So, yeah.
I love it. Welcome y'all here to Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. Our topic is taking accountability for yourself and holding others accountable. Make sure y'all engage in the chat. I see y'all. Good morning. Make sure y'all fave everyone here on the panel. Make sure y'all continue to support the stream throughout the hour. I see some of y'all want to get in the box. I do not accept anyone in the box during the show, but we do have an after show. If you want to discuss the topic, please stick around for 9 o'clock where we can discuss the topic even more and you can get in your answers. Okay, I'm going to bring it back to you, Harley. First question I have for you is, have you told any half-truths or outright lies, putting yourself in a better light to those around you?
Yes. Not any just outright lies, but definitely half-truths. Especially when it was time to talk about my experience with homelessness. In certain areas and spaces, it's always going to be, the sad one, or because of skin color, they're destitute. They always need help. So sometimes there was a bit of embellishment, in those spaces and conversations to not have the pity be a part of the conversation. Like, I need you to recognize who I am now and how I made it through that, not to pity me because I went through that. So I would definitely say, while I was networking and transitioning from homelessness back into being a substantial adult, it was a few half truths, especially when you're trying to get government assistance. Okay, no, I'm broke and homeless on the street. Give me food stamps. So but yeah, it's not anything that I do often. I prefer to tell the truth. If you don't know, now you do. I'm a Sagittarius. Okay, I'm always gonna step with my truth, but that's the most relevant time. It was always seeming a place to kind of half truth it a little bit for the sake of conversation.
Okay. So she just embellished just a little bit, what they call a little white lie. Okay.
Yeah, they never gave me no steps though, so it didn't work.
Just a little bit. Okay. And a follow-up question for you. Would you change anything about telling half-truths? Would you change anything and hold yourself accountable for those half-truths, or did that help you with your situation?
Yes. In my more intimate relationship, I definitely regret some of the half-truths, because when it was time to, obviously life keep going. So you told a half-truth, the real truth gonna come out, and so it posed questions like, well, why would you not fully, it's not that you lied, but you just didn't tell me everything. Why would you do that? So it made for an uncomfortable conversation later in my more intimate relationships, because those were people I actually cared about and their perspective and their opinion, but as far as the professional ones, nah, I'll leave that just like it is, guys. You need that in the corporate world. So
okay, you gotta embellish just a little bit more. Okay. Google, same question. Have you told any half-truths or outright lies, putting yourself in a better light to those around you?
Yeah. I mean, it's part of growing up, I guess. It's part of taking responsibility. That's what we're talking about, right? So yeah, I have, and you learn. I can't think of a specific time I said those half truths or embellished a bit, but I feel like in times I have done that, I have grown, because sometimes the truth will always catch up with you. So when you actually battle things head on and take responsibility and speak the truth, and as uncomfortable as it is, it's kind of liberating at some point. So yeah.
Well, I like the word that you said, responsibility. So I have a follow-up question for you, Google. Is responsibility and accountability, are they the same thing, or they're two different things?
It's the same thing. To me, I think it's the same thing. I think maybe it's just degrees of what's the word? I don't want to use the word accountable or responsible. Yeah, I think it's the same. To me, I don't see any difference, because if you're being accountable for your actions, you being responsible. It's a way of you taking responsibility. The word responsibility is, I don't know. I'm like, with Google help. But yeah, I think it's the same. To me, it sounds like the same thing. You're taking accountability, you're taking responsibility. There's going to be consequences for your actions, so you try to remedy or fix that situation.
Okay, I like that. Welcome y'all here to Life Happens Here with Strawberry Red. Our topic is taking accountability for yourself and holding others accountable. Thank y'all so much. I see y'all down there in chat. Good morning. Make sure y'all fave everyone here on the panel and continue to support this stream throughout the hour. Remember, we have the after show at 9:00 where you can get engaged, get active, get engaged now. Answer some of these questions. Have any of y'all told any half-truths? Well, King Aquarian Soul, same question for you that I asked Google. Do you think responsibility and accountability is the same thing, or do they have two different meanings?
I feel like there are two sources to get to the same goal. When you have responsibility, when you take responsibility for your actions, you're also being accountable for your actions. It may be different directions, but they all end up in the same place.
I like that. I like that. So I have a different question for you, King Aquarian. So, have you ever cheated in your relationship, friendship, or overall life experience?
Life experience, yes. Relationships, I can say that I have not. Well, let me stop mine. When I was younger, before I passed the age of 20, yes.
I'll be right back.
But in life experiences, like I definitely have cheated my way into certain things that I wasn't supposed to have, government based and things of that nature. Won't I don't even remember what I just said, but yeah, like sometimes you just gotta not tell the full truth, because it's like, hold on, if I tell you the truth right here, you not gonna give me this, and well, it's up to you to find out.
Okay. And the time that you cheated, have you ever got caught? And did you ever
No.
take accountability?
I take accountability in the sense that I be thinking to myself like, I'm in trouble if I get caught. But I haven't been caught, so therefore I had no reason to be accountable as of yet.
So you just kind of feel good getting away with it.
Pretty much like you see the smoke behind me as I run out the door. Like, absolutely.
Okay. Well, we know he ain't really taking accountability because he ain't got caught yet, y'all. All right, Miss Mary, same question for you. Have you ever cheated in a relationship, a friendship, or in an overall life experience?
Not in friendship for sure, because I take that like super seriously. I take loyalty, honesty, like all that very seriously. That's my number one thing. Life for sure, because just like Big Bag Harley, like she said, when it's time for them food stamps, whenever it's time for that government assistance, like I don't believe in capitalism as it is. So y'all need to be giving us this for free anyways, water, everything. But as far as relationships, I'm a little bit like King Aquarian as far as like I haven't done it since I was a teenager. Like that's whenever I cheated last. And I definitely like I felt bad. So I was honest about it. And then like I saw the karma that came with it. And so that's why I never did it again. So I definitely was like held accountable for that because I got my heart broken in the same way that I broke their heart. And I was like, yeah, no, not doing that again.
Right. And have you ever got caught on cheating on any of your life experiences?
Not like I guess in cheating with a person, I told him myself. So in a sense, like with the government, thankfully in most senses, like food stamps and things, no, like childcare, they're like, hold on, how much money are you really making? Like what's going on there? So, sometimes they'll finagle some things. They'll be like, well, we need to check this, we need to call and verify, what's going on. So yeah, in that sense, definitely a little bit. They're like, these numbers ain't numbering.
And did you hold yourself accountable? Or did they hold you accountable?
I was like, can we do a deal? Like, come on, like we've been working together for years. Like, can I put somebody else's name? And they're like, ma'am, are you admitting? I was like, I'm not admitting to anything. Let's just end this now. Let's end this now. We will do a new application. So.
All right. Ouch. Woo. Welcome, y'all. Here, the Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. Our topic is holding yourself accountable and holding others accountable. Thank y'all so much for attending the stream. Make sure y'all fave everyone here on the panel. Continue to support everyone here on the panel. We see y'all. We see y'all. Big shout out to that big 74 milli. Wow! Today's a good day. 74.2. I see you, Spree. Bring 74 milli. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. All right. Next question that I have is for you, Harley. How do you take accountability for hurting someone else?
It comes down to conversation. I do my best to operate in a way of like, I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I would not be willing to do. So I can't ask you to be willing to accept criticism and have an open conversation and think freely and practice active listening if I don't. So if I do hurt your feelings, like I said, I'm honest and I'm blunt. Please come and tell me that. If we're having a conversation and I say something in the process that you don't like or hurt your feelings, pause and tell me that. I don't appreciate that. That hurt my feelings, or I didn't like how you just explained that or how you said that. So we can talk about it. I can offer further explanation, or I can apologize, because I have no problem doing that. Sometimes I'm upset too, so I need to take a step back and go mentally process, rethink. Maybe at this point, I'm elevated. I'm at a 50. You don't want to mess with me. So let me go think how I can converse with you as an adult, woo-saw, practice God's grass, and then we can talk after, but that's how I do my best to operate and move. Even if I hurt somebody's feelings, it's like, I don't want people around me to feel intimidated or hesitant to come and talk to me. So I want it to be an open space, kind of open door policy. Hey, if you see something, say something. If I did something, let me know. So that's how I move with that.
Facts. Letting you know. Now, have anyone ever told you that you hurt their feelings, or they didn't appreciate the way you handled the situation? And where did that take y'all in y'all relationship?
Yes. Yes, all the time. Because I'm one to, like I said, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to bring you the truth. I'm going to tell you, especially if you did something to me or somebody around me. And oftentimes, if a person is not ready, and I don't want to say it this way, but if they're kind of selfish in conversation, like, I said what I said and that's it, or I'm going to say what I say and we're not talking about it no more. You have people who just dead conversations like that. Recently that happened, and I called out, you're gaslighting me. You're doing this to antagonize me. When I explained to you, I didn't come from a place of hurt. I didn't come from a place of disrespect, but your response did. So now me and that person are not talking right now. We're on a little hiatus for breathing purposes, because at this point we can't converse about it and come to a agree to disagree moment. So I'm okay stepping back. Yes, it's my sister. But you still grown and so am I. Wow. And at some point, blood don't matter. And at some point, you being my sister don't matter. It's about respect, and that's just where I'm at with that situation. So it backfired a little bit. You always want to have that camaraderie with your family, but I tolerate no disrespect, and that includes family.
I agree. Sometimes our relationships can become on rocky grounds with our family, and sometimes it's always the ones closer to you or the ones you think are closer to you, and then you get hit with a surprise. So definitely can understand sometimes taking a step back and both of y'all being able to think about what happened, process it, and then maybe when y'all both have a cool level headed, y'all can come back and later talk about it and repair that relationships, because y'all family, so it's going to repair, versus one of your supporters or a friend that you may just say, I'm okay with losing that relationship, but family's always going to be family. So I get that. Welcome y'all here to Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. We're talking about taking accountability for self and holding others accountable. So Google, I have a question for you. How do you take accountability for hurting someone else, such as your friendship, your partner, or anyone generally in life? How do you take accountability?
There's no partner, so there's that. Thank goodness. No accountability to take from. But no, I have to be accountable to my son every day. And so you asked the question earlier about responsibility and accountability, because I just needed the answer, so I went to Google it quickly. Responsibility is task oriented. Every person on a team may be responsible for a given task that is required to be completed. But accountability is what happens after the situation has occurred. So I guess there is a difference, and now I see it. So in talking about that, I know I have to be accountable to my son. He's responsible for certain things in this house, and it's up to me to, put the hammer down if I have to, and make sure that he's held accountable for what he was responsible for. So yes, there are times where sometimes I will probably react in a certain way to him, and then probably I'm yelling at him, like, told you to do this, da da da. But mommy, you remember you? And then I sometimes have to step back and be like, shit, like shoot. I said shoot. I'm like, okay, honey, mommy, sorry. I know I reacted in the wrong way, and I'm like putting blame on you, but I should have made sure that I should have done A, B, and C. So yeah, I learned to be responsible to my kid every day and accountable to him every day.
Right. And somebody's mic. And I like that that you use that as an example, a different example from Harley. You used your child and being a parent, as me being a parent, and anyone else here in chat that are parents or godmothers or godfathers. We understand sometimes we're quick, like, I can admit it, to get at our children, and then our children have to correct us sometimes or hold us accountable. Well, mommy. And then we have to take accountability as well as parents when parenting our own children. So I definitely love that that example, because that's a real situation, just like Harley. Family, that's real situations. This is life happens. Everybody can relate to some type of situation here on the panel. Make sure y'all engage here in the chat here. Welcome to Life Happens. Make sure y'all fave everyone. Keep spamming them strawberries in chat. Yes. Holding yourself accountable and holding others accountable. All right, King Aquarian. So, what is the best way to approach someone who is not holding themselves accountable?
I really think it depends on the person and the relationship that you have with that person. I think if it's someone that you've just met or recently met, it'll be a little more difficult depending on who they are, because some people are more open, some people are not. Like, even the person that you've known for years is not always easy to approach and let them know, like, hey, I feel like that you're not listening to me, or I feel like that you're not hearing me when I say that I have an issue with this. Like what Harley was talking about earlier, the examples that she gave, like, it can be a relationship, it can be your best friend, it can be your mom, like your parents. You know, we all know when we were younger, we couldn't speak at all for the most part. We get older and we try to express our feelings. Like, I was like, hold on, gotta calm down. It is still mom. Like, you can't say certain things. You can't verbalize certain. You can speak all you want. You can't verbalize certain things. It's like, yeah, you know. But it just really depends on the person, because everybody is not going to always have the same approach. Some people won't care. Some people will genuinely listen to you and say, okay, let me try to do better. Like, right. But it just really depends on the person.
Depends on the person. Level up. Big 83. All right, following up on this same thing. Do you think that people are more defensive on why they're not able to take that criticism and hold themselves accountable? Do you think it's because it could be the approach and everyone's not approaching it with care?
I think for some people it is the approach. I know for me personally, depending on how you come at me, depending on what words you use, your word choice when you approach me to certain thing, I might get defensive, because it might be like, hold on, who was you talking to like that, right? Like, sometimes you have to ease your way into that conversation. You can't just kick the door down, but sometimes you feel like you have to, right? So I think that it's pretty much the same as I stated before. Like, it depends on the person, because some people, they just don't care, so they're going to be defensive off top. Some people are not ready to accept accountability in that moment, so they're going to be defensive. Other people, it might be the person you might think is not going to listen to you that's going to listen to you before the person that you do.
Facts. I like that. So remember, y'all, it's always in y'all approach and the words and choice that you use at that time, and then also the situation. Every time the situation may not be right at that time. So make sure it's the right time, right place when you're also addressing the situation as well. That's also holding yourself accountable. So, Fairy, I have a different question for you. It's kind of in reverse. So how do you self-check yourself on holding yourself accountable for things to ensure that you are taking accountability without anyone holding you accountable?
I definitely like big bag, and like you just, buffered off of. I have to take that second. I have to do my 10-second count. Like, if I feel my heart beating fast, if I feel like I'm hot, like if you feel all the signs of anger, I'm like, okay, let me literally back away, step away. Let me go into a different room. If we're in the same house, I'm like, I need to separate myself 100% away from you right now. If we're texting, I usually have to put my phone in a completely different room, because I'm that person that like, oh, okay, nuck if you buck. Like, you said something, like I'm ready to say something back. So it's like I have to 100% detach myself away from that situation in order for me to be like, okay, let me collect my thoughts. Let me think about what I want to say. And usually give it at least like an hour, sometimes 24 hours. That's the best amount of time in order to be like, okay, let me process this in a way objectively, like I'm supposed to. So, yeah.
Right. So each one of us need to all find different techniques and always do a self-check to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable. There's many different ways that we all do it. Like she said, she takes 24 hours. She may take a step back, analyzing the situation, looking at it for not only your point of view, but maybe someone else's point of view. And maybe you may need to get someone else's opinion about it that's not involved in the situation, where they can't be biased to both parties. Someone that's going to give you the honest, raw truth about your situation and yourself. So I like it. There's all different types of ways that you can do a self-check. Remember, that's important, because how can you check somebody else for being accountable if you ain't checked yourself? So remember, I think so. I can't remember who said it, but someone said you got to hold yourself accountable before you can hold anyone else accountable. So make sure you do a self-check. And Harley, what do you think it's called when someone else blames you for their actions?
Gaslighting. That's exactly what that is. Like, you're passing the buck, and I'm gonna read you. As soon as I feel like you're not making sense, or it's starting to feel as if I'm absorbing your energy in the wrong way, like you're really projecting that onto me, that's the whole issue, But it's really difficult to navigate that while trying to have that conversation, because that person's actively projecting onto you. Well, you did this to me. Well, you said this to me. Well, you acted in this way, so it's not my fault, it's yours. And at that point, you can't, or sometimes I struggle to respond correctly, because I'm internalizing, I'm operating out of empath and understanding and active listening. So I'm internalizing what you're saying. Now I'm chastising me, because you're feeding this to me, and it's making me have to go back and double check. Like, I came into this knowing this was your fault, but what you saying right now, maybe it is my fault, And I think that's a form of emotional manipulation. And certain people are better at reading that than others, and they know how to finagle that to get out of accountability. I am prone to that. I recognize, so that's a point of growth for me. I am subject to emotional manipulation. You can't word things a certain way that will make me be like, dang, well, maybe I did say that wrong, or maybe it was my approach, And at that point, now I got to take a full 24, because I got to go recheck Harley. Like, did you really do that? Hey, this is what's happening. Does this sound like me? Like, let me go ask my people. Does this sound like something I would do? Like, they saying this, but I don't, And so that's a really tough one for me personally to navigate, only because I can be subject to that manipulation of believing the projection of energy, and I don't like for nobody to win on me like that. I don't like for you to get over on me when you can just be real with yourself, be real with me, because it's going to be worse after I research, and then we got to talk about it again. Because now it's like, I want to assume the position of, hey, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then we done. Because I know if I allow you to speak back, I'll follow in the same cycle. So it's kind of like that's one of them times where I'm kicking all doors down, and I'm saying what I'm saying to safeguard myself, from further harm in that way. So that was a very good question. And I would say a very, very right now, real point of work that I'm doing, even in my current life, my professional and stream life. That's something I'm working on.
I like that. Growth. The one key word that I took out of there is projection. I think a lot of people like to project their actions onto others. And I like that you said the form of manipulation, because sometimes, not everyone, and I think we all been there, where we all have been manipulated and then realizing to later on down the line, because some people, I like to say, have the gift for gab, where they can really talk to you and really make you believe you're crazy a little bit. And you have to go back and be like, you came in with your whole thing that you're going to say and talk about, and then they make you recheck yourself, be like, hold on, did I really do that? No, I didn't do that. Like, no, let me break it down. And then some people are not able to clearly say how they actually feel because they thinking it, but it is not actually coming out their mouth. So at the same time, we have some people that will manipulate the situation as well. And then you'll believe it, and then another situation will happen again, and then it repeats the cycle until it becomes something much bigger than what it should have and blew up because of that person putting the blame on to you and you didn't recognize that. So I like that. Google, I have a different question for you. What do you think are the damaging effects of someone not taking accountability for their actions?
Nobody likes a person like that because you're like it's a narcissistic trait, I think, because you're always deflecting on people. You never take accountability. Nobody likes that kind of person. At some point, you're going to end up lonely. Unfortunately, you're just going to end up lonely and hated and miserable because I don't think a person who is like that is truly happy. You know, like it takes a lot of work on oneself to be able to be responsible for your actions and be accountable for your actions. And when you're around people, you have to always be accountable for anything that you do. And if you can't do that, I don't see how you can be around people at all times and actually be truly happy. So I think the results of that is just miserable life.
Miserable life. I like that. I like that. And we had some people that, the saying is, you have that one bad apple and that bad apple spoils the whole bunch. So they can project their energy off on you. So they're miserable. They're trying to make you miserable. And these are people that are just not going to change because they have to want to do the change in themselves. And no matter how much you try to tell them, if they're just not willing to take accountability, it's just only going to make y'all relationship more of a strain. And it also could also end that relationship. So definitely can agree. And I think there's more damaging effects that can happen. So King Aquarian Soul, what are some damaging effects of someone not holding themselves accountable?
So I mean, you have the damaging effects that you can cause to yourself, ruining relationships or possible relationships with people that could be good for you. Just like you can do a lot of damage, but the real damage that person does is to other people. Like you really hurt other people when you play that sort of game, like, right? It can be a situation where a person doesn't trust people, right? And let's say that they come around you and they start to trust you, and like now you're giving them a reason to be weary of people again. Like you don't know if someone's been going through a whole lot of things. You never know what other people are going through because most of the time we're not honest with each other about what we're really going through and how we really feel in life. Like, so it's like you can really hurt somebody emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I think physically is one that it can go there depending on the situation, but the other three, absolutely, you can literally break somebody by just not being accountable, and that's all they want from you is that. That's all they want. Like you can break somebody that way.
Right. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of damaging effects when it comes to not taking accountability. As that you can break someone. Remember, accountability also can affect someone's mental health too. Because you may have one partner that may care more than the other, and you may have one person that just don't even care or have no care in the world for anyone but themselves. So they'll never take accountability. They will continue to do the same thing and not change anything about that. And that's where it comes to a point in time where you have to eventually let go of that relationship if it's hindering your peace and your ability to grow. Because sometimes people will try to hurt you and they may not think they're doing it intentionally, but they really are doing it intentionally, especially if you had a talk with them and they just continue the same actions and never take accountability, then those are the type of people that you want to let go. And that also goes for us being as streamers. So how do we hold streamers accountable for their actions? And that is going to go to you, Fairy.
Oh my gosh, you are trying to like start drama but not start drama in like the most peaceful way possible. So I think it's about having like open dialogue, like open and respectful. This is my light over here. Dialogue. Whenever I say open, I mean like in people's streams. Like I know sometimes people are like, I don't want to call out blah blah because blah blah here. Like I understand if another person's streaming, you want to be respectful and not cause a big drama like that. Great. But if the person's in the room, like in the actual chat with you, like why not hash that there instead of keep going from this person's live to that person's live to that person's live and talk, drama. Like just hash that beat there or hash it in like a message. But don't keep hopping from different people's lives to this person, that person, and gossip. Like, do it together. We're grown. Like, I thought we were grown. I thought we all were, most of us are adults in this app. So for me, that's personally like, okay, you hear somebody that about be like, the first thing, did you talk to them directly? Where are they? Bring them here. Boom, bang. Like, let's start there. Because a lot of times I'll find myself getting involved in drama that doesn't even have anything to do with me. So it's like, come on, let's just make it in the bud and talk to each other. So yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree and disagree with some of this stuff, only because as an experienced streamer being on here going on 11 months soon, people will bring stuff to people's room. And yeah, you may see them in chat and you may not get along with them, but this is someone else's stream. They having good vibes and great conversation. Don't ruin that stream. Don't even interact with that person. Wait till they go live and bring it to their live, or wait till you go live and have it in your live, or have that sidebar conversation and chat if y'all able to chat it out. 9 times out of 10, what I see happen is it messes up the stream. Other people are coming for good vibes and good energy, and they're not coming for that negativity. So now that negativity have come, everyone's like, oh, I'm leaving. Now you're losing support because they don't want to mess up their vibes, or they just don't want to be a part of the drama, or they don't want to get caught in the drama. So I think that people got to stop hashing out issues in other people's streams. Where I do agree with you at is that people are hopping to other people's streams, right? And they're talking about other people. I'm experiencing this now. I've cut off a supporter that was supporting me, and told this person either respect my stream and respect my supporters, or you can get gone. This person decides to get gone, comes back 5 weeks later on the same stuff, like, you know, I'm cutting off support. Now this person is making up lies and talking about me in everyone else's stream and ruining the vibes. I haven't even been live all week. Today is my first day being live, but there's so much drama this person is keeping up because they're hurt that I don't want to support them anymore. But it's not this person's problem and this person's problem. They're not even involved in the situation, and it wasn't even a situation. You're making it something bigger than what it is. We agreed that we're no longer supporting each other, so why keep up the negativity and drama? So people on this app really got to either talk to the person one-on-one. If y'all come to an agreement, move on peacefully. You don't have to keep disrespecting the person that you used to support because the relationship is no longer there, or disrespecting their supporters and going to other people's room, messing up their lives. Take that stuff to your own stream. Move on. So the thing about it is, what I say is people got to stop gossiping. Take accountability for your actions. Realize what you did wrong in the situation. If you're not willing to fix it, then take the accountability of moving on peacefully and let it that relationship go. So I do agree with you on that part. So is there anything else you wanted to add on to that, Fairy?
I think you hit on that amazing. Like, no, I completely agree with you, and I'm glad that you corrected the way that I was trying to say as far as, like, people bringing drama to others' rooms. Like, we are on here for good vibes. Like, some people, especially me, I got on this app, and it saved my life. I needed that social connection, and so I'm looking for that positive social energy, and whenever I'm talking to people and creating new relationships, I come into people's rooms, and they're like, oh, are you looking for a new home? Like, why are you here? And I'm like, dang, gang, like, I just met you. Like, I'm trying to create, like, a positive relationship. This might possibly be my new home, but I don't know, because, like, it feels like a prison gang in this thing, like, 100%, like, a lot of the time. So I'm like, okay, like, calm it down. So,
Right,
yeah.
calm it down. And I'm going to add on one more piece of information to that is accountability as streamers. When people come into your stream, hold yourself accountable for allowing that disaster to happen in your stream. So if you're really trying to be the change and shut it down. Don't let someone come in your stream and ruin your stream. because you want to be a little nosy and you want to hear the information. What do you need to hear for? You wasn't a part of it, had nothing to do with you. Stop giving these people the platform to keep up drama and cause mess in people's streams. So holding yourself accountable of not allowing that disaster to happen in your stream. And welcome y'all to Life Happens Here with Strawberry Red. We are talking about accountability, holding yourself accountable and holding others accountable. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to y'all. Hit the face. I see you, Spree. Don't make me cry. Alrighty, y'all. Make sure y'all tap and hit everyone on the face. Thank y'all so much. We see y'all. Appreciate y'all gifting everyone here on the panel. Thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all engage. I know y'all ready for this after show in 9 minutes. So hang on, sit tight, don't go nowhere. We're going to get active in 9 minutes for this after show. Harley, as a streamer, how are you holding yourself as a streamer and holding other streamers accountable for actions?
I am one of those people that will allow things to be hashed out in my life. I consider my life a common stove. Everybody know what go down at the common stove. You see what I'm saying? You might catch somebody outside fighting. They might be shooting dice. They might be giving each other hugs. But at any rate, that's the environment of my life. Does it happen all the time? No. But if I got supporters that's like, I got a problem with this person, I got a problem with this person, they come to the common stove and y'all here, yeah, go ahead and hash it out. Now I don't allow bullying or disrespect in that way, but I will open the floor for y'all to come in there and say what you need to so we can be done, and that's how I feel. I hold my support system and the people who support me accountable. They're comfortable coming to my space and I'm okay with that. Why? Because I know there are people running for top badges and they're trying to get featured shows and they're trying to network in a different way. So their life is not suitable for that type of conversation. So I'm okay being the comfort zone, like even top badges need a space where they can go and say vulgarity because they live might be watched, like by admins. They can't speak as freely in their own space as they would like to. So I feel like having that open door policy for my live, allowing people to come in and speak freely if they have an issue, which has happened before. We didn't have some stuff go down at the Comstock, baby. But at the end of it, we were all kumbaya. We moved forward. We figured out a way to hash it out. And it didn't come back up in that form. Those people went and handled it their own way if they felt further conversation was needed. So that's how I feel like I hold the people around me and my supporters accountable while streaming. And like I said, I hold myself accountable all the time. Or at least I feel I do. And I don't mind the people around me coming to step to me like, yo, you need to check yourself. Or I didn't appreciate that. Or if they hear something, well, somebody came and told me this. Yeah, well, let's go to them together. That's how I like to do things because you're not going to lie on me. You're not going to lie away from me. This was said. They came and told me. So somewhere up and through that, it's a lie and the truth. We're going to all figure it out together. So that's just how I operate. I try to be the best version of myself when I'm in spaces, when I'm doing me. And that's how I just like to move. I'm cool as a cucumber. But when it comes down to business in that form, accountability is key. Because I was raised by a lot of men. And respectfully, their number one rule is all you have is your word. And that's your bond. So you need to do what you say you're going to do. And that's how I operate. So if I'm doing something, check me that you don't like, or give me praise, give me my flowers while I'm here too. That's accountability. Hey, you did a good job on that. You really showed out, or I saw where you put your best foot forward. Sometimes that's needed in a form of accountability because they may not be getting that. So now they're in a space of doubt or self-neglect or, whatever that is. So I don't think accountability has to stay in a negative light. It can be used for positive as well, which is what I try to do also, give people their flowers while they're here and show appreciation. So
I got to hold my thought in 5 minutes. I like that you said your stream is a safe haven for people to come in as an open door policy and you allow people to come in and vent. But my follow-up question to you, allowing people to come in and vent and allowing people to bring those issues and problems to your stream, how often are they really getting resolved or is it causing more conflict and more drama?
I would say about 70% actually gets resolved because the people I have around me, we actually rock with each other outside the app. I've been on the app 3 years, but I didn't start off a streamer. I started off a supporter. So I was like level 38 or something before I did my first live. So I actually had rapport with people and established relationships and learned their form of communication and how they were. So when I did go live, they felt comfortable coming into my space to have those conversations and speak freely. It was something that had to be structured, of course, and that's why the no bullying. And we don't, there are certain topics we don't speak on in my live, and there are certain people who aren't brought up. But where I feel it's gonna get too elevated, sometimes it has, and I didn't just have to swipe up. Like, this is not gonna be resolved here in this way. Swipe. Y'all killing my mood. I'm upset now. It's over. And so that happens. It's all trial and error. But I do feel sometimes you on live because we all congregate here. It's like our job. We all be here all the time. So it's like a board meeting. Let's have a meeting, guys, at the Comsto. Let's talk about it. What's going on? What's going down? So we can kumbaya and be family. That's how that is. So yeah, trial and error. I would say though, about 70% of problems actually get resolved. People actually move forward, whether they talk again or not. Who cares? They came to a resolution, and that's what it was.
Right.
And that's
facts. Look at them. They love loving the information you're providing. Well, y'all, we have came down to our last 3 minutes of the show. So I'm gonna have each guest tell a little bit about themselves, what they got going on, when y'all can catch them streaming. Fave them now. Do not be faving them based off of what Spree said, because you see them in here gifting. Don't just be faving up just because you see them gifting here, okay? Fade them because you caught a vibe with them. Fade them because you caught a connection with them in the live. Because trust me, these people here, they're loyal. They only gift real people, okay? So make sure you're not faving them based off because you see them turning up here in the stream today. Big Bag Harley, go ahead and tell them what you got going on when they can catch you streaming.
Hey y'all, my name is Big Bag Carly. I want to thank Strawberry Rare, our fabulous host this morning, for inviting me, as well as the admin King Aquarian Soul. I enjoyed my time on the show today. I host Comsto Bingo every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, so exactly 12 hours from when this show started, my show gonna start. So make sure y'all come over there and play bingo. We getting old like our grandparents. That's what we like to do. Most importantly, my birthday's coming up. Shout out to the Sagittarius, and I'm having a party. So hit my profile with the fave. You'll see all the information listed on my Instagram. I appreciate everybody in this live, and don't ever change because the hood way is the only way. Okay.
All right, Miss Queen. Make sure you send me your flyer for your birthday and your bingo, and I'll go ahead and get you promoted, my queen. And Google, go ahead and tell them what you got going on, where they can catch you streaming. Oh, your mic. My bad.
Am I muted? Is this thing on?
Yeah, you got it.
Hi. Strawberry, thank you for having me again on your beautiful show. I had a good time. I learned a lot. I thought I was already a responsible and person who takes accountability for their actions, but a girl needs to do better. Okay. Yeah. I'll see y'all on Tuesday for Taco Tuesday, or in the afternoons. I'm usually hanging out with Sprue. Or on Wednesdays we have Woman Law Wednesdays, or just catch me in these streets. I appreciate you for having me. Gotta go to work now.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you, Queen. And King Aquarian Soul, tell them what you got going on, when they can get you streaming.
King Aquarian Soul, like admin for the Strawberry Red Life Happens Strawberry Red show. So make sure you hit me up on IG, or just hit me up if you want to be on the show. Like, we accepting all types of people. Like, I'm also on the production team for Elder Drugs Modern Day Bay, which is Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to hit me up for that as well. Outside of that, I'm a glitch in the matrix. I just be chilling.
You forgot about your auction. Tell about your action. Ain't you in 2? I think I saw.
You messed up my outro. That's crazy. So, snap. I got an auction. I don't have the dates on me. I wasn't supposed to be up here. Oh my God. Hold on. Like.
Well, you know what? Auction, y'all make sure y'all go support him. He gonna put the dates in the chat. Okay.
Yeah. I'm out of here.
All right, Ross Fairy, tell them what you got going on, when they can catch you streaming.
Hi. I'm Rasta Fairy, and King Aquarium brought me over. I thank you so much, Strawberry, for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, truly. I've been on this app for 2 weeks now. This is my third show in the 2 weeks. I am now 23, about to be level 24, so I am just loving the support from all of y'all. I'm on here an hour a day. After this after party that we guys have, I will be online. I'm giving you guys 2 hours, but otherwise you guys can go to my bio because I stream on other platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much everywhere you can find me. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Queen. And welcome to Tag. And wishing you much success. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out, as we all here to provide some positive advice because every platform is different. So welcome to Tag. Thank you. Enjoy having you. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. As this have concluded, Life Happens here with Strawberry Red. What do I have going on? Well, y'all already know, come Saturday, we had the Strawberry Garden Games. Make sure y'all put y'all entries in early Saturday morning, or y'all can start putting y'all entries in tomorrow. Get them hot numbers as soon as you can. Or if you want to put them in here today and say, hey, Strawberry, these are for my hot numbers on Saturday, let me know. I can go ahead and open it up for you. But remember, we'll be playing the Strawberry Gardens. We will have our F-It bucket. We have our Double the Berries. And we have our Strawberry Russian Roulette. So we have our 3 games. And then don't forget that we have our Golden Berry. I will be giving out a Goldie the last Saturday of this month. Our last winner was Judy. And if you do not have your calendars marked, please go ahead and mark your calendar. December 16th will be my 1-year anniversary here on Tag. We are going to have the Naughty or Nice lingerie with your one and only Strawberry Red. I will be hosting off 10 ladies, and Miss Juicy will be hosting me off. So make sure y'all fade Miss Juicy. So my time is at 9:00 p.m. Make sure you don't want to miss it. The person who wins the Strawberry on her 1-year anniversary, I got a special surprise for you. And also a special surprise for my 1, 2, and 3 bubble that supports me pretty heavily for my 1-year anniversary. We will celebrate all of my success on Tag in 1 year. It's definitely an auction you do not want to miss. As y'all know, I always have a twist to every auction. So of course, my 1-year anniversary, there's a twist. What's the twist? I ain't gonna tell you. You just gotta show up and gotta come see what the twist is, because it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be interesting. All right. Well, we also want to give a shout out